it's Leah, and if you have seen any videos on my channel, you will know that I just got bangs. These are new bangs. They did not exist before this month. My dog is saying hello. Say hi, Pim. Here's Pim. Here's my bangs. And today we are going to be doing a August reading wrap up. And I know, Pim, it's very exciting. We have a decent number of books on our reading wrap up from this month. Actually, I'm just going to tell you how they were in order. I'm going to tell you guys how I read in order. Some of them were only Kindle books that I need to buy the physical copy of because I was obsessed with these series, but we're just going to get right on into it. So first off, I'm on my phone because I have to look at my Goodreads. I read Bought, which is the first book in the Highest Bidder series by Willow Winters and Lauren Landish. I loved this book. It was very good. I literally own the second copy, or like the second book in it, which I believe is sold. But I read this on Kindle because I didn't own the first one, and they are independent standalones, but I really liked it. I highly recommend. Next up, I read Gone Girl, which this is like one of the best covers in my opinion of this book. Like literally, I don't understand what it means. It's just hair, but this book was really crazy. Pim, stop tip-tapping in the background. I'm sorry if you guys hear tip-tapping. But this book, I listened to the audiobook while I was gaming, and I really enjoyed it. It is crazy how crazy this bitch is. Like, I'm saying that as a crazy bitch, but I ain't this crazy, and she's insane. Spoiler alert. But, I mean, I don't think that's a spoiler. The movie's been out for a while. I haven't even watched the movie, though, so I didn't know. But, like, you just know from, like, hearing people's reviews of it that this book is crazy. The relationship is crazy. Toxic as fuck. But I enjoyed that book. 4 stars. I give a lot of books 4 stars though, guys. So like, I feel like 3 stars is like, it was mid. 4 stars is like, I'd tell someone to read it, but also like, it's a book that I would tell someone to read. That's not a 3 star. You know what I mean? My dog is craving attention right now. Then I started the Slay series by Laurelyn Page. I read Rivalry, which is the first book in the series. It is a 4-book series. I read the first book, ate this up in a day. I enjoyed it so much. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I really want to buy the physical copies of this book though, because I loved it so much. I also read the second book in this month, so you guys will hear that. I'm pretty sure I gave that one 5 stars. Yes, I gave the first one 5 stars because I really enjoyed it. Next up, I read The Hate U Give. This one I also read while I was gaming. This book literally made me fucking cry so hard. I just got like into a really dark place. I just thought about how shitty society is and how people have to live like this, and like this isn't just a fictional story. Like this isn't fake. This is somebody's real life. Like I know people who, and I say that because like as a white person, I don't have to experience the like prejudice that people experience. And I've heard stories from personal friends who are like, no, I've literally had a gun drawn on me, and like this book fucking made me cry. Like it just puts you into like someone's perspective and makes you realize like how it would feel to like not feel safe by people who are supposed to deem you, you know, like give you that safety. So that was just terrifying and made me sad. And then I had to read just like romance books because that's like my go-to default in books. So then I read, which I gave that book 5 stars. Obviously, The Hate U Give cannot get anything below 5 stars. Like that book is insane. And next up I read Twisted Love. Obviously we just popped out romance default. I believe I gave this book a 4 stars. I don't know, this book kind of frustrates me in certain things. 4 stars, of course. That's what she gives everything. I gave this book 4 stars. I had originally DNF'd this book halfway through before, and it just bugged me, some of the things that they did, but I like it. I like the storyline. I like the brother's best friend thing and like protective. I don't understand. I did also love, oh my gosh guys, I like fangirled so hard because I love the Kings of Sin series, and this book mentions the Valhalla Club, and I was like, ooh, fangirling over here. I'm not sure if I just missed a reference to Alex in that book, but I really like that. Let me see if the next one was a physical book. Nope. Okay, so then I read That One Night, which is the prequel for the Jacksonville Rays, and that was like in the beginning of the audiobook that I listened to, so I counted that as a read. I need to pick up that book, but I read that. I gave that 5 stars because I loved the storyline of that. And then I read Shutter Island, which this book, okay, so I had originally said when I was gonna start reading this book, the movie confused me, so like I was hoping that this would be better. It did better, but also this book is just crazy. Like, that's the gist of this book. I don't even know what genre this book considers itself, but it's pretty insane. I hate this cover, by the way, but it's a weird book. It was crazy getting into their backstory, and like actually being able to see in his head though was really nice. That's, I think, what the movie can't do. So then I read Pucking Around. This book was so fucking funny, and by that I mean like every time I read a book where it's very much like this one is like 3 guys. I think it's 3. I think I'm counting right. I literally had to play one of the chapters for my fiance, or my husband, recent husband. I almost said fiance, but I had to play one of the chapters because I was laughing so fucking hard at this book, like talking about 3 peens in the same environment, and so I was just laughing, but I had to show him that. But I did really enjoy this book. I liked the storyline behind it. I liked their atmosphere. I just think it's funny that she's basically dating the whole hockey team. Spoiler alert. The whole, and the 4 stars. Okay. Okay, next up I read Lessons in Chemistry, which this was a little different than what I normally read. I have one of the special editions. It's so pretty. Look at it. This book was too real. I literally was like, gosh, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Like, this is such a good book showing like she's literally a chemist, and they're like, no, you can't do chemistry, you have to cook. And like, she makes people feel validated in what they know, you know? And I really enjoyed this book. I believe I gave this one 4 stars, but like non-ironically, like I did enjoy this book. I would probably give it like 4.5 because I really enjoyed like the storyline and like her being, you know, what she is. I really enjoyed it, and like her purpose in life and stuff. I enjoyed that. Next up, I read Ruin, which was the Slay series, book 2. I didn't like that one as much. I felt like there was like a lot of like, not problematic issues, but like I just didn't like where the storyline was going, and like what he did to her and stuff. But I do believe I probably gave that book 3 stars. I would give it 3 stars. I would read it. I enjoyed like the prolonging or like the movement it gives us to the story, but I didn't like the total topics. I really like that series though. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Get it, guys. And then I read The Outsider, which this book was fucking weird. Stephen King always does this thing where he's like, it's scary, but it's weird scary. Like, that's just like what I feel with Stephen King. I don't get like super scared of stuff, but it was like, I did hate the part about the ejaculate. I'm just gonna say that. Y'all need to know that. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I think Stephen King is just obsessed with some weird things like that, but I read that book. I did enjoy it. I'm pretty sure I gave it 4 stars, of course. And then I just finished reading A Man Called Ove. I'm gonna count that into there because I was listening / reading this throughout this past month and this month. But this book was so fucking sad. I cried so hard, guys. I highly recommend this book. It takes you on an adventure. Please go read it. But yeah, that is all the books that I read this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and check out my other videos, because I'm trying to make book content, and yeah, I enjoyed all the books that I read. I'm excited to read my other books. I should be posting my September TBR shortly, but check that out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Yeah, I have a bunch of books on my physical TBR. I literally counted all of my books and I put it in my reading journal. I'm starting a reading journal, like my bullet journal, and I have 252 books.